Hey guys, this is Davor from Tennis House. If you are one of the players that slices like this, then you have to watch this video because this video is going to give you a better slice. So check it out. Hey everybody, this is Davor from Tennis House. If you're a tennis player and you're struggling with your slice, I will give you 3 important checkpoints on the slice you need to do right in order to get the slice pretty good over the net and feel a little bit more stable on your slice. So stay with me, and if you like what we do, turn the notification bell on please, subscribe so you don't miss anything, and share our video with everybody in this world. Alright, so guys, let's get to it. The slice, very important shot. You know, you can't always hit topspin. You need to have a good slice as well to mix the spins up, to mix the pace up. You know, some people do not like the slice at all, so you have a good time hitting those and you know, making your opponent miss the ball. So the first thing you have to have in order to have a good slice is, yes, the continental grip, and you need a stable wrist. What that means is, so if you slice the ball with the wrist not being stable, you can't really cut the ball and feel the ball. So how, you know, I always, if my students are weak here and don't have a good wrist here, I just push against the string like this, and then I tell them to lock the wrist and push. They're going to have more strength when they lock the wrist, obviously. So always do that. It always works. They understand that. So how do we get to have a locked wrist? So 25 years of teaching, I try to, you know, have my own words in order to describe it. So I tell my players always the following. So you have your continental grip, and the left hand is not just there to be on the racket just for nothing. You need the left hand to be active. So what I tell my players is, if they want to have a locked wrist, then the left hand pulls the racket up and the wrist is locked. So in the take back already, you can implement that. So when the racket goes up, your left hand pulls the racket head towards you, so your wrist is locked. Right here. You need a firm wrist to hit a good slice over there. So if the ball comes, you're up here, and you hit and freeze. So the locked wrist is a big problem. A lot of players do not have that when they hit it. So as I said, a little tip is when you take your racket back that you pull with the left hand the racket towards your head. The next thing on the checklist is, so if you have a locked wrist in the continental grip, a lot of players, I don't know if it's always a lack of strength, but a lot of players, you know, like they're not strong enough to just go from here and slice that ball. And what I mean with that is, you need a really high, tight take back. If you see a lot of Roger Federer, I always take him as an example because he does it beautiful. It's right above the head and the tip points back there actually like this. So this high, they have the take back, because now you have a longer way of creating pace, acceleration, momentum, right? So you're up here and you hit the ball right here and then you go forward instead of pushing the ball like this and not being able to get anything out of it. Mainly, you know, even if you're a grown-up, doesn't matter if you're a grown-up or a kid, if you come from here, you're not going to have enough power to get it over. So you have a continental grip, you're locking your wrist, and now you have a high tight back, which is so important. You have a longer way of acceleration, and you can get something on that ball. And all that does not help you if you do not have the third checkpoint correct. And that happens so many times because we are so drilled to have the contact point so far in front of us. Your contact point on the slice is actually a little bit closer than if you have a regular ground stroke. A lot of players, when they hit a lot of balls in the net, because they try to strike the ball in front of them. On the slice, actually, what I like to get a visual with my players is when they're going to start and hit the ball, you almost contact at the belly button height. And then you go forward and get across like this. So your contact point has to be closer in order to control the ball. If your contact point is too far in front of you, and you do that, you're gonna hit the ball most likely in the net. So a lot of players do that. As you can see, the slice is a tricky shot where you have to have the necessity of those 3 checkpoints being correct in order to hit it good. And I'm going to repeat them one last time. It's the continental and the locking the wrist. Your left hand pulls the racket towards you in the prep. You have to have a high take back, because if you're here, you can't create anything. And on top of it, everything doesn't help, doesn't work if you do not contact the ball close to you. If you hit too far in front, you will hit the ball in the net. So I hope this technical video is gonna open your eyes a little bit and help you to get a more consistent slice. So try it out. Write me in the comment section below as well if it worked or not. And if you like what we do, take a moment to subscribe, share the channel with all your friends around the world, and spread the word of Tennis House. Well guys, thank you, and I hope you guys have a beautiful day.